Why play Viktor Mid? Well, he brings strong wave clear, he puts out tons of AoE damage in teamfights, he can snowball incredibly hard, and is an absolute god in the late game. However, he is a squishy and mobile mage, and he does have a pretty weak early game. Viktor's passive allows him to buff his abilities when he gets 100 passive stacks. You get 1 stack per minion killed, 5 stacks for cannon minions, and 25 stacks for champion takedowns. Viktor's Q is a point and click ability which deals damage and gives him a shield. This will then buff Viktor's next auto attack to deal additional damage. When this ability is upgraded, Viktor gets a larger shield and a large speed up to go with everything else. Viktor's W creates a zone which slows all enemies. If an enemy stays inside this area for 1.5 seconds, they are stunned. When upgraded, Viktor's non-ultimate abilities also apply a slow. Viktor's E fires a death ray which deals damage. This ability can be a bit weird to use at first, but you pick it up quickly. When upgraded, after it's used, it will fire an aftershock dealing damage again. Viktor's ultimate creates a storm which deals a chunk of damage immediately and then damage over time to the enemies within it. This will automatically follow a champion recently damaged, but can be controlled by using R again. This ability automatically upgrades when all other abilities have been upgraded, which increases the speed that the storm moves at. For Masteries, Viktor can get a ton of value and damage from first strike. For build order, start Ring and Pots before getting Luden's Echo, Tier 2 Boots and Shadow Flame. Following this, Hat and Zhonya's are great pickups, before finishing a build with a Void Staff, Lichbane or Banshees depending on what you need. For skill order, start Q then E before taking a second point in E then W, before maxing E then Q then W, taking ult whenever you can. Also, for Hex core upgrades, you want to upgrade E first, then Q, before upgrading W last. For summoner spells, take Flash and Teleport. Ghost and Ignite are also good choices. Starting the early game, Viktor has an incredibly strong level 1. He basically gets 2 spells with his Q, so do feel free to apply some early pressure. However, your early game as a whole is pretty weak, so you're mainly looking to farm hard for items and for your ability upgrades. Focus on last hitting, but if you can farm and poke with an E, it gives incredible value. And with the damage and shield from Q, it can give you easy trades and once again, good poke. When Viktor gets his first upgrade on Death Ray, his wave clear and poke becomes incredible, making him a huge amount safer. But until then, you're in a mobile mid laner, and your enemy will know ganking you will delay your ability upgrades, so you are a good target to kill. So make sure to keep your wards up and play safe. Entering the mid game, Viktor is starting to come online. With a couple of items completed and level 11 giving you your second level in ultimate, your damage is very good. Keep focusing on farming, pushing your lanes easily with upgraded Death Ray, and make sure to be at every objective. Your Death Ray, W and ultimate are all great at zoning enemies from walking through their jungle, which gives you amazing zone control around dragons and barons, and the damage you put out in skirmishes needs to be respected. In the late game, Viktor is now a monster. Stay grouped with your team, and when the team fight starts, look to play the backline. Use your W and your Q speed up to kite anything coming towards you. Apply your ultimate and E on as many champions as possible for insane AoE damage. However, at this point in the game, your cooldowns are pretty low, allowing you to put out a ton of constant damage. If you're able to keep yourself safe with your speed ups and stuns, you'll find yourself weaving in and out of combats, laying down tons of consistent damage, easily winning fights for your team. And remember, you are a late game beast, so you will be targeted by the enemy. When this happens, Zhonya's is your best friend and will keep you alive.